Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They run from the pistol here with Freeman. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Second and 8.
Hey, middle. Mike spoke bow. 3 buzz. Hey. Tight door.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But at this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked. Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Jackson now off the bootleg. Eluding the... And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Akeem Hicks showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the gun, Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 35.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, not at all. It came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him. On it.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
180. 180. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58. Middle. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Jackson from the shotgun. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have you guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
2nd and 2.
Let's go, D. 2 times. 3 down.
Fields. And he finds his tight end, Graham.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Fields going to get this to Montgomery, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Montgomery, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, a 5-yard touchdown run, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. So that'll back him up 5.
Okay, baby, I see you.
Yeah, slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Makes the score Bears 7, Ravens nothing. Cairo Sanchez to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Options galore here, second and a few inches.
All day, baby, all day, baby. 58's the mic, 58's the mic.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Freeman. And he'll take it down shy the 45 at the 46.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Here's Jackson to throw. Flush to his right. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run with Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll look to run with Edwards, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Ravens are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. They'll try and run with Freeman. And he'll get in, and they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Kmet. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 46-yard line.
Still 9 remaining on second down.
Let's go. Strong right. Strong right. Strong left. Mike 40. Check. He's coming.
Here's Fields. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
Hey, get in there and get what you want, Jay. Get in there and get what you want.
Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And this will be a Bears first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Backed up where they were on this side of the field, that was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a first down in that situation?
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now here's Goodwin with it on the jet sweep. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Watch the screen. Like Zach, 22, jet cover. 22, flat, cover. Shot some hustle.
On first and 10, here's Fields. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
A gain of 3 on the play. First down, Bears.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
56 to Mike, boys.
Now Montgomery running right. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2nd and 5 now. Fields buying time to his left. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 12-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 7 yards the pickup there.
A 7-yard pickup.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Montgomery back to the ground. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have retaken the lead. So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for 2?
Hey, pick your game up. Go. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. He can't hang.
Trying to run it in with Montgomery. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion.
Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
First down and more for Jackson. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big play there on the keeper. Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Flushed out right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Here we go. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Here's Jackson. Step, and yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. And this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And that's not going to help a whole lot. Maybe 4 yards on 1st down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll manage to get out of bounds. It's a first down. And the clock stops with just over 20 seconds to play. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. On first down, it's Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Now a first down throw. Fields escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So here's Cairo Santos on the field goal try. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. One last shot for Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Baltimore, so long, everybody. The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather, and off we go from Tampa. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Check 41. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Mike 41. We've got to wedge that, huh? Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some.
Brady now on first down. That's complete to Tyler Johnson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
41's the mic.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
41's
Brady now on first down. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
right here. 41 Mike. They can't hang with.
Hey, Alabama.
Throwing on first down is Brady. A check down here to Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. First and 10 at the 19. Brady now to throw. Flush to his right. And Brady able to get down as he picks up a first.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal. Now Brady. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Shotgun now for Brady. And he's got Gronkowski. Touchdown Tampa Bay. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Let's make no bones about it. On paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many times we've seen this type of a matchup. Just what you said. Better team at home should steamroll them. And we've seen it go the other way. Sometimes, though, they buy into it and understand we are the better team. Let's go out and prove it right now.
Extra point put through by Succop, and it's now a 7-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. On the return, Dontrell Hilliard. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with the tackle.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
1st down and much more for Henry. Derrick Henry all alone.
That's the way to run
Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 61 yards. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point up and good by Bullock.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Randy Bullock set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10
at the 40.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
From the gun, Brady. Flushed out right. Got a man, complete to Miller. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. On 1st down, Brady. Drops it to Jones in the flat. 1st down and much more here for Jones. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon?
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Darrynton Evans
taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Titans have taken the lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Throwing again on second down. Brady, he'll find Jones again, complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and they're going to have a third down. To throw is Brady. It's Miller, complete. And now off to the races down the right side.
Can't be denied,
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scotty Miller, 83 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Succop. And we are tied here in the second quarter. And how about this decision? Tie game first half, but here's an onside kick. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And the Titans are going to recover the football. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now it's McNichols. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Now a handoff to Henry. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
83 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
54, right there, 54. 54. Mike, 54. Hey, defense.
They'll run it here. This is D'Onta Foreman. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
And did he break the plane? Yes, he did. Touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans are going to take the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead is now 21-14.
Buccaneers 14. Randy Bullock sets the kickoff.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And we'll see how aggressive they want to be in these final stages before the half.
Eluding the pressure right. Letting one go deep here for Gronk.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
41's the mic. 41's the mic.
Throwing now is Brady. Here's Johnson with a reception. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Wait, that's 53. Got you. Goal 50.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 48. And Suckup will put this one right through. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Here's McNichols. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30.
48 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Tannehill. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it.
And the Buccaneers are going to have it here at their own 15.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Brady. He's able to find Miller. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Brady. He completes it to Jones. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's a diving catch right side. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Brady to throw again. To the right side, complete to Miller. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Henry. Busts through the tackle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again to Henry. Fighting through. And he'll go down at the 28. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Derrick Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait, because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get
Henry again on 2nd down.
Muscles him off. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
138 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. And now a sneak, Tannehill. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run. It's Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry.
Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run.
And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete there to Johnson.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now Brady. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'd have to say we're all a little bit surprised there because at his age, with his speed, or should I say lack thereof, the only rushing touchdowns I would expect are on quarterback sneaks, but here he found all of his guys covered, and he said, why not? And by the way, if that doesn't fire up your team to see the veteran like that risking his body for the touchdown, I don't know what will.
So with 40 seconds left, we'll see the onside kick. If they've ever needed one to go their way, it's now. And the Titans are going to come up with it. And that should just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now it's Henry. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Throwing now, Tannehill. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. So this one, a Tennessee Titan The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Tennessee Titans.
Evan McPherson about ready to get this going as we are underway now from Paul Brown Stadium. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And his first look is incomplete.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. Then he'll take this back down inside the 20. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me,
touchdown Bengals.
Jamar Chase on a touchdown throw from Joe Burrow.
And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Let's go. Let's bring it. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check. Lucky. Check 31.
This is Henry, and this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Now Tannehill. And on the connection, this is Ryan Izzo, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Watch the whip. Take 4, take 4.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
And he gets it down to the 32.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
Check, crunch. Check 9.
They'll run on first down. Henry. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Henry running right. And they'll get him down right about the 20. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 20-yard line.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. That's complete to his tight end, Firkser.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here we go. Woody.
From the 5, 2nd and 4.
Now a first carry for their fullback.
Now, how about that call handed to the big guy in that situation? Normally you think of him as a real short yardage runner, but in this case they trust him to get a few more yards than that. I remember an old New York Giants quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, telling me he loves offense coordinator.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Titans are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again. They go to the big man. Second time he gets it done.
Almost as if they were feeling like he was establishing a rhythm. Give it to him again and again, and how about the end result? Finishes it off in the end zone.
Touchdown, great run, and the score.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn up. Watch the shift.
Tannehill going to throw for it. And he'll get in to tie this game at 8. Well, it's definitely early enough here. They didn't need to go for 2. They didn't have to go for 2, but they did. We're all tied at 8.
Is this one of those anything you can do, I can match?
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what we got on that one. Neither one of these teams wants to give any ground, do they?
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right to Mixon on the check down. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Here we go. Can. Side.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Burrow's throw caught by Higgins.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
And he'll spot Higgins open left side.
Touchdown!
Joe Burrow spotting T. Higgins for the touchdown there.
And the Bengals have taken the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. They're going to try and run. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Henry on first down, not finding much running room as he pushes forward for a yard or 2 at most.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. He'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action.
First down and much more for Henry. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. A big play there on the screen pass.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense over-committing. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
Hey, check right. Watch
On first down, Tannehill. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
57 to Mike. Stay with your man.
Tannehill now to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 17-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
All day, every day, any day. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Pick it up.
Again, Tannehill.
He's got the tight end Ferkser right side complete. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Here's Tannehill. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Flush to his right. And he'll get this up to right around the 8-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Christian Fulton. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
And they're going to have lousy starting field position as he's out of bounds at his 6-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
41's to Mike.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll find some space up to about the 25.
40 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A first carry for Samaje Perine.
And he's got a Bengals first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Mike 41. We've got to wedge that, huh?
Here we go, D.
Now a carry for Pirine. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Once again, they run with Mixon. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They run for it with Mixon. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Hey, 4-1's Mike.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big gain there on 3rd and long.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
103 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Joe Mixon. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Bengals go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Now the Bengals will again line up to go for 2.
41. 11. Drop deep. 11 MT.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
Flushed out right. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep,
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
It's our time. It's our time. Mark 55. It's a party now. Hey, check right. Watch 55. Here we go.
Tannehill.
Under pressure, they got him again. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. Here's Tannehill.
He completes it to Julio Jones. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Mike 55. 55. I'm coming after you.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll get it all the way down inside the